Hello, this is Gio. Hey, look what we have here. We have an HP 14-inch monitor Chromebook, and we're going to be setting this up today. Okay, so what came in the box? Well, of course, the Chromebook. We have a power cable with an AC adapter and just a little bit of installation instructions and some other documentation. So your Chromebook might look a little bit different, especially if it's not an HP. But on the right side of this particular one, we have a headphone jack right here. We have a micro SD memory card slot right there, a USB port, just a little light here for showing it like a power indicator, especially when you're charging. This will change colors depending on if it's charging or not. And then right here is a USB-C type power connector. And then on the left side of this particular machine, you have a nano security cable slot right there. You have another USB-C type power connector for charging. And then you have an additional USB, I believe a 3-speed super speed port. And then with the Chromebook opened up, again, you got the keyboard, standard keyboard, the little touch mouse pad here. You have a nice little speaker here. Now, again, yours might look a little different. Your speakers might be in a different location. But hopefully up on top, you have a camera right there. So you can do some Zoom meetings or what have you, or Skype. In this case, you have a couple of microphone locations. And in this case, you actually have a little camera light, which will come on perhaps when you're filming. Okay, so the first thing you normally want to try when you open up your new Chromebook is just to see if it powers on. Quite often, the battery has some degree of charge and it will power on. In this case, the power button is right here on the upper right. It could be up higher, on the left, or on the side, depending on your machine. So we're just going to hit this and see what happens. And I don't really see anything powering up. So we will have to charge it first. Okay, so again, this Chromebook came with the power cable and the little AC adapter. Now this cable just plugs in right like this to the adapter. And so it's essentially, this is one long power cord now. And so we'll go ahead and plug this in to the wall. And then we'll plug this in to the Chromebook. Now this one again has two places you can go ahead and plug in the power, but we'll go ahead and select the right side. Now there is a little indicator light, so hopefully when I plug this in, that light will turn on. So we'll go ahead and do that. And there it is, it's on. It's kind of an ambery color right now because it is charging. And for this Chromebook, when it reaches a full charge, this light will turn from an amber to a white. So we'll go ahead and wait for it to charge. Okay, so the Chromebook's not fully charged. It could take up to maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours to fully charge it from about 0 to 100%. But it has been charging for a while, so I feel fine to turn it on. And so the power button in this case is on the upper right hand corner right here. Depending on your Chromebook, it could be up here, to the left, or even on the side. But so in my case, I'm just going to press this and see what happens. And there we go, it has started. So we do know that this Chromebook works. And so on the very next screen, it asks you basically for the internet network connectivity. And it will list basically all the Wi-Fi sources it sees. Basically, the Chromebook can't really work very well unless it has internet connection. And so that's what it's asking for next. I've sort of masked all the Wi-Fi sources shown here just for my own privacy. But if you zoom in a little bit, like that, you can kind of see these little symbols here, and this is basically like this one is locked. These ones have pretty good sources, and the stronger the source, the darker it is all the way to the top. If it's a really weaker source, like this one right here, it's a little lower than that one. And so this top one's a little stronger. I'm actually going to select this one, which is locked, so I'm going to have to enter a password once I select that. And so again, with my mouse pad, I'm going to go and select that particular Wi-Fi source. I'm just going to tap once. Oops. And then it is asking me for my password information, etc. And so I'm just going to log off really quickly while I enter that password. Okay, so with my password information entered, I just want to go down to connect, and I hit connect. And then you can see it's connecting, and it found it, and it says your connection is not private, but that's fine, so I'm just going to accept. And then it initially checks for updates. Okay, so on this screen it wants you to sign in to a Google account. Now if you already have a Google account, just enter your email or phone number here, and then the next screen it'll ask you for the Google account password. But if you don't already have a Google account, you can go down here for more options, and then you can create an account. So if you just select here, and then it'll ask you for your first name and some additional information so you can create a new Google account. Okay, so with our Google account all set up, you just want to enter your Google account email or phone number right here. So we'll do that and then hit next. And then you want to enter the Google account password and then hit next. And then you get a "you're signed in" little screen here, and you can just continue by hitting next. And then you get a typical Google Play terms of service here, and you can go ahead and read that. A little technique on the mouse pad right here is if you want to scroll down, you can't just select this and scroll down. What you want to do is use 2 fingers and scroll down. So so you just push down like that and scroll down with 2 fingers, and you can see how that works just like that. And so that instead of 1 finger, you're using 2 fingers just to scroll down, and that's how that little mouse pad works. And so we'll just go ahead and hit more. And then there's just a couple of selections you could do about backing up with Google Drive, using locations, etc. I'm just going to keep those checked and just accept. And then you just kind of get a welcome screen here where you can just hit this button here where it says take a tour, and you can see a lot of the options that the Chromebook could do, or you can just close this out and start your Chromebook adventure. So a little bit about Chromebook. Now this is not a Windows-based or Macintosh-based system. This is a Chrome operating system from Google itself. Now if you've used Android phones, you might be more familiar with these particular type of operating systems, but it's pretty easy. You have your little browser here, you have your email here, and so we can just straight go to the browser, and it pops up right to Google, and you could start doing internet and web-based browsing right from there, since we already hooked up to the Wi-Fi system. On the bottom here you can see, let me see if I can zoom in. Okay, in the lower right hand corner you have your little Wi-Fi signal kind of showing you that you are connected, and the general how good your signal is. You got your battery indicator here, that a little electricity kind of symbol suggests that it is plugged in and charging. If I were to unplug the plug, that little electric sign would disappear and you would just have a battery indicator. And of course you have your time. Okay, so the main apps that come with your Chromebook, you can install different apps depending on what you want to install on your Chromebook. But the main ones are, so we have the Google Chrome, which is your web browser, and we already opened that up. You have your Gmail. So with your Google account, you get a email account, a Gmail account, and so you will have it already set up. You don't have to pre-set up that. Just with your login, you have email. You have the Google Docs. So this is basic word processing, etc. It has just a YouTube little icon. So you could either access YouTube from the web browser, the Chrome, or there's a nice little app here that you can access. And then just a Play Store. So this is just stuff you can purchase, apps, etc. So I do want to show you one more thing before we end this video, and it's related to the cursor here. Now you can, again, we can control the cursor with the built-in mouse pad, and that's basically what we've been doing so far. But you can also, for Chromebooks, you can use a traditional mouse. You just want to, now this is a wireless mouse, so you can also use a wired mouse. The only thing you want to check is when you purchase your mouse, usually on the back of the package, it'll tell you if it's compatible with the Chrome OS or operating system. And as long as it is, you're good to go. Most modern mice are compatible with Chromebooks, and so you shouldn't really have a problem with it. Again, this one's a wireless one, and it comes with this little sensor. If it was wired, basically the end of the wire would look the same. It's basically, you just want to connect it to a USB. Oops, let's see, it's just connected to your USB port right here, just like that. Again, if it's wired, the wire would just come out. And now with the Chromebook will sense it right away, and you shouldn't have a problem. You can use it right away, and you can just grab your mouse, and yes, indeed, it works. You could also use your pad anytime you want. So with your mouse connected, it will work both ways. So you're good to go. And there you have it, the basic setup of a new Chromebook. It's pretty darn easy. It's essentially just plugging it in, entering your Google account, and you're off. Again, if you just want internet browsing, you're good to go. If you want some basic Google Docs, word processing, you're good to go. If you want other apps, you will have to go to the store, app store, and perhaps purchase, or even there are some free apps you can get, but that's for a different video. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that like button at the bottom of the screen, and even consider subscribing to my channel. I will have many more videos to come. Bye-bye.